Welcome to Mr. Stanish's studio. Today we are going to be working on our last feature of the face, and that is drawing the mouth. So before we begin, how not to draw the mouth. Do not outline, create mountain peaks, shade flat, line in the middle. You do not want to have it straight. Very important to remember all of these as you're creating the mouth. Also, do not make the teeth flat, square, or rectangular. Do not have dark lines for the cracks of the lips. So here's a good example of what you do not want to have. And then the teeth, this is what I mean by showing it square, rectangular. Now that we learned what not to do, let's learn how to draw the mouth. Here are some key points. Pay close attention to the shape of the lips and the small indentation on top of the lip. Line that divides the top to the bottom must have a subtle curve. Draw darker values where lips curve inward and highlights where they protrude. Follow the form of the lips with the pencil strokes, and lips are not flat. Alright, let's begin. First part is the line drawing. The mouth is the second most expressive feature of the face. Great care should be taken in drawing its shape, as it is a key element in achieving a likeliness. Start by drawing the subtle shape of the line that is formed as the lips meet. This will create a natural expression for the mouth. The top lip has its characteristic bow shape, which varies considerably from person to person. The bottom lip is usually larger than the top and more creased with the vertical stretch lines. I also want to mention the lines in the lips that I created are not the cracks. I placed these lines to show the direction my pencil strokes will follow as I begin to shade. I want to make the lips look as if they are protruding from the face. Step 2. The basic tones. The upper lip slopes inwards and is normally darker in tone as it is shaded from the light. The lower lip is more fleshy with a stronger muscular structure. It tends to catch the light and is further distinguished by the shadow below its pouting form. Don't forget to leave the highlights and reflected light as white as the paper. Highlights are on the lower lip and above the top lip as a very thin line. Reflected light is on the bottom lip. Step 3. The final tones. In the final stages of drawing the mouth, tone is used to soften the edges and refine the detail. Not only should it highlight the surface texture of the skin, but it should also make you more aware of the muscular structure that lies beneath. There is a subtle softening around the edges of the lips, which helps to blend them comfortably into the face. Note how the detail at each corner of the mouth diffuses into a smaller area of tone. Last step, again, this is optional, using the blending stump or a tightly rolled Kleenex. Now, as I am blending using the blending stump, make sure that you are still following the form of the lips. You do not want to go flat. You also want to make sure that you're aware of your pressure, because again, we do not want to make this part look smudgy, and it may ruin your image. The last part is I'm just adding the nose so the mouth doesn't look so strange on the paper. Let's review. Let's make sure that you do not outline, create mountain peaks, shade flat, and then a line in the middle is flat. Alright. You want to make sure that you are going to follow the shape of the lips. Line that divides the top to the bottom must be a subtle curve. Draw darker valleys where lips curve inward and highlights where they protrude, and follow the form of the lips with your pencil strokes. Very important to remember that last part. Now it's your turn to practice. Use the following slides or Google images of lips and mouths. I'd like to explain about the teeth. Creating the teeth can look strange. First, create the shape of the lips and position of the teeth. The teeth may look like a mouth guard, but this is only my guidelines. Notice how I create the guidelines to recede into the mouth. Second, as I start drawing the teeth, I will be mainly focused on the gum line and negative space. Last, remember teeth are not flat. You have to add a little value to create the form. Thank you again for watching the video. I hope you now understand how to draw the mouth. Take care and stay healthy.